She bounced back rather quickly. That's fun. What's happening? Are they going through all of this to try and get a confession? Would Elle really go this far? Okay, what is happening? Why? What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Ben, and today I'll be reacting to the Death Note episode 17. Now, the last episode is, I would say, annoying, just because Light has... I'm so annoyed. Light, I wouldn't say wins, but he's basically reset everything. He has wiped his own memories. There's nothing Elle can do. They were getting so close. They basically had them. Elle had Misa and Light both locked up, but Light managed to erase the memories and restart it all. It's so annoying how well it worked out. Light is just truly an insane evil genius, and I'm still wondering how he managed to get it all to work, which is what I'm hoping for this episode, right? He relinquished the Death Note, but death still happened through the weird system that he's got. So I'm trying to figure out how he sort of managed to get that to work, because he learned the names. The names were released. He never learned the names. The names were released while he was in prison. There was no way for him to get them, yet they still died. So someone else had to have gotten the Death Note. So either someone else is involved, or Light has actually managed to figure out another way to use this thing. I think I'm just so annoyed that basically it means Elle has to start from square one. Well, basically all of them do. Yeah, so somehow no, technically no, because Light could have thought of a plan to get the Death Note back. He's that smart, I think. There's no theory I can make for how we can get it back though. That's what bugs me so much. This show is so good at basically leaving you on the edge of your seat. You cannot think and just sort of plan out where this is going. You just have to take it as it is. Each episode comes with its own cliffhanger basically, and the way this story is just being handled is just so well. The pacing is amazing because it feels so slow, yet there's always something huge happening. And now I just have the feeling that Light is somehow going to get the Death Note back with whatever plan he cooked up, and Elle will just be stuck back at square one, and then all they got to do again is get Misa the Death Note back and the eyes, and then it's all done. Light basically proved himself innocent. He's beyond suspicion now because his memories are completely gone. But yeah, I'm so excited to get into this one. I need to figure out how Elle can come back from this and how he can get sort of his investigation going again. But as always, if you do enjoy this video, please remember to like and subscribe, as it really does help the channel to grow. And if you do enjoy my content and you want to help support the channel, I have a Patreon, the link will be in the description. Over them uploading these videos and the full reaction a week in advance. So if that's something you're interested in, feel free to check it out. With that said, let's just dive on in.
Outside of that, you're free to use the Death Note however you wish. If everything happens as Light Yagami planned, this should help save Misa.
There we go, so Rem's working for Light. Who's this third person?
In the end, it works out well for both of us. I suppose for someone in your position, you'd call this good business.
What's happening? Who is this? What? Who? Good business? What is this?
Mr. Yagami, are you all right?
50 days?
So then all that's left is for you to be sure, one way or another, when I get out of here, it will be with my son.
Oh, I love the dad so much. I want only good things to happen to him, but we know that the son is evil.
No, Light. The reason criminals have stopped dying is because you are Kira.
No, I'm not Kira.
Elle keeps pushing. He wants the confession. It's so annoying. Whenever I see Light's face now, it's so annoying. He's basically gotten away with it. He keeps doing such awful things. I want him to be like punished and brought to justice.
Honey, are you okay?
I want Misa.
You seem tired.
Is that supposed to be funny?
It's been 50 days.
Please just let me go. I want to see Light. Please.
Oh, this is... with Misa, it's interesting. I want her to... Because what her whole motivation is love and just respect for Kira, for what he did. She's the best one that could get a... Like, not get away with it, but like just leave and just have a second chance. Light's a psychopath. He wouldn't like sort of want to go away from it. If she was given the choice, I feel like she could leave.
Point is that Amane harbors an unnaturally strong devotion for Light Yagami.
Unnaturally strong?
If they didn't pose a threat to him, then why would he bother killing them? Kira doesn't kill without good reason. I've heard you say so yourself.
Yeah.
He was able to kill under these circumstances, then he wouldn't have been concerned about those FBI agents in the first place.
So he continues to prove his innocence?
It's time to start looking for the real Kira.
Yeah, great. If Elle goes on, he's going to turn the rest of the investigation force against him. He has to cave. You have to cave, you know it.
Yes, I understand.
I don't think his suspicions are over yet, though. He's just going to start lying to people.
I'd like to discuss my thoughts with you, but it must be done in person. I need to talk to you as Light's father.
All right, I'll come.
Okay, you're getting him out of the cell. Good. Give him food. Give him something. Give him, like... I'm sure he's been fed. I'm sure all of them have been fed, but still. He looked... Well, what did you say? Why can't we hear what they're saying? Come on. What are you saying? I cannot. Is he happy? Is he like overjoyed? Or is he like terrified? Are you gonna just say Light's guilty and execute him? What would you?
Honestly, all this time I never pictured you as an old man, Mr. Stalker.
I am not your stalker.
Oh wait, released?
You're a stalker. There's no way the police would blindfold me and tie me up all fetishy like that.
She bounced back rather quickly. That's fun.
My hands and feet all tied up, even though you're planning to let me go.
Please, just keep quiet.
Okay, wait, is it only Misa though? What are you doing? I need to know things. Okay, no, everyone's here.
Tell me, what's all this about?
Oh my god, I totally called your dad a stalker and said he was old and all kinds of other rude stuff.
Surely they're like thinking, what are they thinking about Misa with this whole thing after being locked up for 50 days and then acting like this?
Let's go. Get in the car.
What is happening? I'm so lost. They're going to be released?
Feels good to finally be cleared.
I am afraid you two are being taken to your execution.
Fake. It's going to be fake.
I wanted to be the one to escort you to the execution site.
Execution? What the hell are you talking about?
It's going to be fake.
You are Kira, Light, and that Misa Amane is the second Kira.
And Elle's right, but there's going to be fake.
Elle was trying to get a confession out of you, Light. He would have said anything. But at this point, that's not the problem.
How is...
Killings would stop if you two were eliminated. Was unanimously accepted by top officials in the UN and the Japanese.
Lies, or lies. Maybe not lies, though. It kind of sounds like something Elle could do.
What kind of a father are you anyway? This is your own son you're talking about.
Elle made this decision, not me.
The fact that he's going along with it, I don't believe this.
Elle went so far as to stake his life on this theory. If the killings don't stop, then he too will be executed.
Oh, okay, that's... I can't tell if this is like I don't know. What is happening?
How could Elle come to this conclusion? Something's not right here. It's not like Elle at all.
The heartbeat is just, I dare.
He has to have the truth. Is he really planning to end it like this?
All right, we're almost there.
Is it, what is this? Is it like a lie? I'm so... What's happening? You're not breaking them out, there was a handoff. What's... my head hurts so much. This isn't an execution site, this is just under a bridge. What's happening?
I bet he brought us out here to let us go.
This will do. Looks like there's nobody around to see us out here.
Are you gonna release?
Better for us if I brought you here instead of the execution site.
Okay, you'll let him go.
I'm going to kill you here and then kill myself.
Okay, now this, is this, what?
You do this, you're no different than Kira.
I am nothing like Kira. I am bound by my responsibilities as a parent and as chief of the MPA.
I can't tell if this is fake or not. Is he faking it to try and get a Are they going through all of this to try and get a confession?
Never be revealed. Please, Dad, you have to let us escape.
Too late.
He's gonna have an actual gun.
You will be executed. At least with this, I'll be the one to do it.
It's gonna be blank, it's gonna be blank. It's all to get a confession, it's all to get a confession.
But I have no reason to kill you. It's only a matter of time before the police locate this car. Then they'll transport you to the original site and execute you there.
Oh, great, well, that's just giving up pure terror.
Light, my son.
Blank.
From one murderer to another, I'll see you in hell.
Blank.
No, stop it!
It's gonna be blank, it's just to try and get a confession. This is insane. I need answers. Would Elle really go this far?
Light, my son. From one murderer to another, I'll see you in hell.
I mean, what a line. Scared the bird, it's gonna be blank. It's smoking. It's blank. Okay, what is happening? Why? Were you trying to see ESP powers or something?
What's going on? I don't understand.
Please forgive me, you two.
What's happening?
But it was the only way I could get you out of prison.
Okay.
You must understand.
Start explaining.
Were you watching, Ryozaki? I did exactly as you said, and as you can see, I'm still alive.
He thought I was going to kill the dad to protect himself.
The second Kira, who only needs to see a person's face to kill them. There is no doubt she would have killed you before you had the chance to fire you.
That's what you were doing.
The Kira I know wouldn't hesitate to kill even his own father to save himself.
Oh.
Cannot rule out the possibility that he may have seen through our act at some point. However, as we agreed, I will end their confinement immediately.
Yeah, because you now. Oh, great, because it's our memory thing.
Although she insists the tapes we found were just occult videos, physical evidence we have plus her confession suggest otherwise.
Okay, so thank you. The tapes are good. Yes, thank you. Don't ignore the tapes.
If you're innocent, the surveillance shouldn't be a threat to you. Think of it as complimentary police protection.
He's acting so normal after this whole traumatic thing.
You and I will be together 24/7, and that's how we'll remain until we've brought Kira to justice.
Okay, good. But then Rem is still working on something. What is Rem doing? Oh, my head. Oh, my head.
We'll catch Kira. Together.
Can you be a good guy? Can you try and figure out that it was you from the past who got rid of them memories? My head hurts so much.
This is as difficult for me as it is for you.
Go
So
with
is
it.
this what you meant by being together 24 hours a day with him?
Go with it.
I don't want to share him with you. If you're with him 24/7, then how are we supposed to go on dates together?
Oh, you can still go on dates, but it'll have to be the three of us.
Oh, okay. The tone of this is so, like, what's happening?
Do anything, but yes, I suppose I would be watching.
That's so
Oh, I absolutely love this. It's just gone something from so intense now just kind of funny.
Every right to keep you in prison.
How could you even say that, Light? In case you forgot, I'm your girlfriend. Don't you trust your own soulmate?
I mean, it's hurting my head because they don't remember half of the things that just happened, so, oh, damn. I'm trying to and now it's gone to that. Okay, my head hurts so much.
I just happened to go there. I don't know why. I don't remember how I felt, and I don't even know what I was wearing.
Don't remember, put it together, they don't remember anything.
You yourself have no idea how you came to know his name. Tell me, what if Light was Kira? How would it make you feel?
I had to remember these characters are operating without their memories, and that's what's hurting my head.
Actually, Kira, that would be like a bonus for me. If anything, it would make me love him even more.
There we go.
I'm a supporter of Kira, so if I found out my Light was actually him, I think of how I could be helpful.
You realizing that it basically says everything there.
Pretty sure Kira doesn't need your help.
What are the police thinking of this? Oh.
But you've made it so painfully obvious that I don't really want to believe it.
Oh, you're kidding me. It's so painfully obvious, but they have no memory, so you can't prove it.
There's Mr. Matsuda will be accompanying you as your new manager, Matsui.
Okay, it'll probably be better than the last manager that you had, who seemed kind of mean.
Can't be serious.
Come on, what's wrong with me, Misa? Is it the tide? Because I can get
Okay, intensity coming back.
This is the Kira investigation. Stop messing around.
Sorry about that, Aizawa.
My head hurts.
No, it's all.
The tone, it keeps going. It's like a roller coaster, and I'm loving this.
You go.
Let's go on a date, even if it is the three of us.
What is happening? The whole vibe of the animation's changed.
So, Light, are you serious about her?
No way. Like I told you earlier, it's completely one-sided.
Okay, some things stay true.
Want me to become intimate with her to gather information about the second Kira?
Yes, I think you could do it without arousing her suspicion.
So what they think now is that she has a connection with the second Kira. Not that she is the second Kira, but she's the one that at least sent the messages.
As much as I want to help you, and as important as the Kira case is to me, I can't manipulate a woman's feelings like that.
Oh, come on, please, Light.
To me, exploiting another person's feelings for personal gain is unforgivable. And I won't allow myself to stoop that low.
What's happening? Well, the memories are just such a big part. How is this meant to go forward?
Not only implies that Amane was being controlled by Kira, but Light Yagami too.
What's wrong, Ryuzaki?
Somehow this has become even more difficult to follow because of the memory thing. Light's basically become a completely different person.
Construction started right after my first meeting with Mr. Yagami and the others. It should be finished in a few days.
Okay, so you're gonna have a base of operations?
There are 2 helicopters hidden on the roof.
What?
You had this whole built in like how many days?
If the investigation team grows, we can accommodate up to 60 people. Misa shouldn't have any complaints since she'll have her own floor.
A floor? What's happened?
Hold on a second. Where did you find the finances to build this thing?
He's rich. He's probably rich. He's loaded.
I will never forgive Kira for putting my dad and I through this. I want to solve this no matter what it takes.
I'm both loving and confused by that, yay.
What about the second?
I can't. That goes against my principles.
Right, you said that. What a shame.
Ryuzaki, Chief Yagami, Light, let's get out of here and bring Kira to justice.
I couldn't help but notice you missed my name.
Oh, he's so trying. Okay, is this the new threat? What's the new thing? Rem, go back to that. What's happening? It's gone sinister. I need some familiarity. It feels like it's changed so much.
We're all here to further the growth of the Yotsuba group. Who is going to die?
Yotsuba group?
But I have to wonder, what prompted Kira to start killing business people in addition to the usual criminals and such?
Okay, so you don't know that someone else has the death note.
Figured this out yet, Takahashi.
Everyone else has, apparently.
Started a killing service, Higuchi.
You have a lot to say considering how stupid you are.
A killing service? That's what it's become?
Our salaries have virtually eclipsed those of the other employees in the company.
So they're using the death note for profit. They still believe that Kira's there. So who has the death note?
The people in this room has to be Kira.
One of them has to be Kira? It's gonna be a guy with glasses. He's mysterious. You can't see his eyes. Oh, not that one. The one that you can't see the eyes of.
Who should we have Kira eliminate this week, gentlemen?
Oh, they believe one of them is... And
Human beings are truly disgusting creatures.
And Rem hates this. Okay, and ending. My head hurts so much. This episode was just fantastic. The initial part of this, seeing Chief Yagami basically scare the living daylights out of Misa and Light just to see if any of them would react and try and kill him. That's insane. I just love the scene so much. The intensity of it, it's so good. And of course, neither of them can do anything. It would have worked if they hadn't gotten rid of their memories. Their memories are such a huge deal now. I mean, they always were, but still, just seeing it in action is just terrifying. But looking at this episode as a whole, the entire show feels like it's changed with the atmosphere. Misa running around like a cartoon character. Of course they are cartoon characters, but it feels like they've got more cartoony style in here now. It definitely feels like another, the way I'm describing it. You had Naomi, that felt like a closing to the first, arc of the story. Then you had Misa's introduction. I feel like that ended last episode, that arc. Now we're in something new where they've changed up the style, or at least it feels like it ended at the halfway point where, Light was proven innocent. That's where it changes, and I'm just glad that L has not given up his suspicions and that he's going to keep working with Light, but keeping him on a very tight leash. But they also have a new HQ being built. That's fun. It feels kind of, I don't want to say gimmicky. I felt like this show was very grounded, moving from hotel to hotel, but now they've got a whole building being built for them and their investigation. That feels a little out there, but it's fun. I'm just trying to still wrap my head around everything, because you have to process with these characters now without having their memories. Yet every line basically is a nod to the memories. You have Light saying that he would never manipulate a woman. That's just against his principles. But of course we know that he does, and he's perfectly fine with it. I just think it's so well written. It's just so good. Every single line was a nod to the lack of memories, and it makes you wonder if Light can actually become a good person. I'm actually considering now, with Light lost his memories, can he become a good person and actually be the one to find Kira if there is a new Kira now? Can this show actually deviate to the point where Light actually becomes almost a hero and actually is the one to bring down the Kira with his intellect, working with L? It would be such a deviation from what this originally was, which I just think is quite interesting and quite a fun take. I'm actually picturing L and Light working together to stop this new Kira now, which actually frees L, but then I also want L to pay for what he's done. Not L, Light, and it's just, oh dear, my mind hurts so much. You have a new person now, we didn't even see where Ryuka's gone. Ryuk, where'd he go? He has another death note. What's happening with that? That's actually Light's death note. What is going on with that? Rem's one is with, the Yatsubi group, where one of them is being the Kira and they're doing it for profit and stuff. And I'm just how is it? My head kills. Everything hurts, and I am very confused. It's gonna take so much time to process everything that's happening. This show is an absolute joy to watch. I just know I'm not smart enough to keep up with it. All I can do is just try and analyze what has happened without trying to think of what's gonna happen in the future, because you just can't. Of course, that you had that literally Misa was so obvious with everything, saying exactly what she was going to do. If Light happened to be Kira, that she'd love him even more. Yet L was basically just saying, oh, it's so obvious, I don't even want to believe it. But literally, it's the answer, and she just flat out says it, and you can do nothing. Because you can never get a confession out of them. It will always be this, because they just cannot remember physically, and it's so irritating. See, I'm almost in two minds with this, and that's what I think is confusing to me. One, I both want, Light to come to justice and actually be punished. On the other, I would also love it if and I feel like it'd kind of be poetic in a sense, if he actually brings down this new Kira and actually helps stop the killing. That'd be quite fun. He started it all, but then he could also close it all up. That could be quite interesting. But my head just hurts trying to follow along with everything now, with them losing their memories, and it is so hard to follow, but also so much fun. I think I even thought that I was getting to grips with understanding this show, but I'm nowhere near that, am I? I'm nowhere near getting to grips with understanding this. What episode was this? 17? 16? 17. And they just keep doing something bigger and newer compared to the thing before. Because now you have a group of CEOs with the Death Note, but you also have no idea where Ryuka's gone, and he has another death note, so it could just chaos. It is just pure chaos. I think I just cannot wait to see where this will eventually go. I don't even care about trying to figure out how the story will progress. I'm just enjoying watching it unravel. The way this is done is absolutely phenomenal. Watching Light and just having a cliffhanger basically every episode. The same. Another cliffhanger happened in this episode. The way they mess with the tone and the atmosphere of the show is also amazing. It almost feels like they could literally do anything here. The whole theme of the Death Note is quite morbid and quite deep and serious. You were able to throw a character like Misa in there and actually have her act like a stereotypical cartoon with the way she was acting. Yeah, that fits here strangely. It's so well done, and I cannot wait to see what the next arc of the story will be. This is definitely the start of it. Light has kind of been cleared a little bit. You have a new enemy. You're getting a building being built for you that's like a headquarters. It's just so interesting. I actually wonder if Light will ever be discovered at this point, or if he can actually be the one to bring the new Kira to justice and actually stop the killings once and for all. It makes my head hurt so much, but it is so enjoyable. Like, just looking at Light, and it's just insane. He is basically, I don't know how he's done it. He's just been brilliant. He's actually been able to give up the Death Note and get away with it. Basically, it's so annoying, but brilliant. Like, what is actually next for him then? Because would you even call him Kira? We know Rem basically Rem said that it was Light's plan. So something's coming. Something's happening. It's not over for Light. But it feels like, I don't even know. With Light, I'm almost annoyed and I guess hopeful in this episode. 1, he's gotten away with it. Really annoying. 2, it could end up being really poetic, him being the one that started this whole thing, seeing society and how that broke him, just him becoming a complete psychopath and using the Death Note, and wanting to become a god of this world, and then actually becoming an outside, he basically gained a new perspective. He gained an outside perspective of what he's been doing without realizing that it's him, and he could actually learn to be disgusted by what Kira has been doing. So if he does get the Death Note back and gets his memories back, what could that mean? If he actually goes down this route and actually really devotes his life to finding and stopping Kira, could that actually change him? Because this could be how you do it. He is a psychopath. There isn't really a redemption for that. You know, if there's no reasoning with a psychopath. But this could actually be a workaround. Him losing his memories, basically becoming a new version of himself that actually could detest the old version. It could become something so poetic, and I'm quite hopeful. I would love it if there is a way for, I guess, Light and Misa to not undo what they've done, but to maybe make amends for it. Because Misa, she's naive. She's not innocent, but she has that sort of quality about her where she's only doing it because of someone else. It's not really a sort of righteous motivation. It's still wrong. She still should be punished, but I feel like she could be sort of convinced to leave it eventually, somehow. There was at least sort of an argument to be made where she could turn away from the Death Note and then make amends for what she's done. But with Light, before at least with the memories, there was no way he was ever going to leave the Death Note. Now he has been forced to. And if he actually gains a new perspective and actually is absolutely disgusted with what Kira's doing, if he ever gets the Death Note back, I would love it if he actually decides to just close the thing and never use it again. It feels like this could actually build him up in a different way than it did before, and he can actually become a new version of himself where he does truly want to stop Kira. Then Misa. Okay, because the memories thing is so confusing and hurts my brain. I don't even know how to begin to describe it. She still loves Light. Then they went through the whole memory thing. She met him on the same day. She's connected to the tapes. There's still incriminating stuff there. She's going to be watched with surveillance and all that. She basically flat out said it, that if Light was Kira, she'd help him. And they're trying to explain the absence of the memory, but it's hard to follow. It's so hard to follow. So she fell in love with Light at first sight, and now she adds almost a nice levity to the show. She always had that like undertone of evilness to her with how she was always this light, yet she had the Death Note. Now she just feels like light and positive and happy, so that's fun. I don't even know what to think of a character anymore. With Light, it's kind of easy to see where either option could go. Here with Misa, the only thing here is that Rem wants her to be free and safe. That's what we get. And this basically does it. So Light has succeeded in a sense, but there's still more planned to be planned and done. All I can comment on what she's done in this episode. She has a more cartoony style, so she's obviously become a lighter character from this. Even after being released from 50 days, she bounced back incredibly quickly. Kind of shows you how often this sort of thing seems to happen to her, where she doesn't let it get to her. But now I'm just wondering what her impact on the show will be. I feel like she is just there to keep Light to his word. If she dies, Light dies. That's what he doesn't want. But now what purpose is she going to serve for, I guess, new Light with his new memories? Or not, like, gone memories. His new self. I think I just love that basically her presence even confuses the audience to a great degree that we can really empathize with what Elle must be experiencing. Then Yagami, I absolutely love his character. I love him so much. So originally I thought that he was going to be like a parent, and if Light was proven guilty, he would try and protect him. That's not the case, and I feel like his whole scene was just phenomenal. When he finds out that Light is actually Kira, it does feel like he would try and execute Light himself. He realizes how wrong that is, but he also knows that it's his son. He can't let that continue. He brought Light into the world, and if he's doing this much damage, Yagami wants to be the one to end it. Like, I've got to give him credit for that scene at the start. It's just insane. Like, he was actually willing to so traumatize his son in that instance, and he put his own life on the line. Because if those two had their memories, and I guess if it had proven that they were the Kiras, I'm almost saying if they were Kira, because we know they are, but they weren't in this instant. If they were Kira, they would have killed him. El said it himself, Light would have killed his father, and Misa would have killed to protect Light. So Yagami actually put his life on the line through his belief that Light was not Kira, and the mental toll that would have taken on him. It's just insane what this guy is going through. His hair is turning so grey. I do feel like he's still going to die at some point, which I really don't want. I just want happiness for him. He's gone through so much stress through all of this. And this scene is somehow more stress than he's ever gone through at this point. I just want him to be happy. But since we know that Light is Kira, I don't think that's ever going to happen. Eventually the truth is going to come out. At least hopefully, maybe. Even the memories basically throw everything up into the air. It might not actually come out. I don't know where this show is going. But I just want him to be happy. And I would love it if he does. But again, I feel like he feels like he's on the chopping block. It feels like he's like the most obvious character to die because of like the grey hair, everything he's going through. He is the one just taking the emotional, physical turmoil over this case. If anyone's gonna die, it's gonna be him. Then Elle, who I'm just happy with. Even though everyone's confused with this, everyone's going to be confused. It's just confusion everywhere. Even though Elle is confused and the audience can feel that confusion themselves, he is still suspicious of Light. Super happy with that. He still knows that Misa is incriminated because of the tapes, but of course he can't be certain of anything. I'm just glad that he's still on the ball with it and he's not giving up, and he still knows that Light is part of it. He's come up with the best plan he can to deal with the current situation by handcuffing them both together, and they have to stay together for 24 hours a day. It's the best approach to solve this, and it hurts my... no, it doesn't hurt my head. This bit makes sense. This is the only bit that makes sense. This is good. This is good. It's still so hard to figure out how Elle can possibly win, and I just don't even know anymore. Like, can he win? Is a new world gonna be made? Of course, this is fiction. This could end with Light winning. Of course, I wouldn't want that to happen, but at this point, I don't even know. Anyone could win. Anything could happen. I'm just so glad that Elle is still on the ball, and he's still going, and he's still suspicious, and he's still working, and he just hasn't given up. He's just constant. Then the atmosphere shift. That's another big thing from this episode. That changed up a whole lot. First, the intense scene at the beginning. Absolutely insane, sticks with the serious vibe, but goes to a whole nother level where the way they capture intensity in this has been absolutely insane. Like actually holding Light at gunpoint where the audience knows who he is. If this does happen, it basically ends the story, but also knowing that it's father and son, and the way the voice actors do amazing. The actual scene itself, how like frantic it feels and how much like almost tension is built, it's done so incredibly well. And then for the second half of the episode to go in a completely different direction, especially with Misa and it just being very almost cartoonish. The way they play it out is done so well, and I just love that it feels like a new chapter is beginning. The old chapter is done. That one was with Misa. That is her thing. It was her introduction and her getting Light too close. Now into a new thing where Light has had to been drastic and things are changing because of it. Without the Death Note, things get lighter. That's what it shows. Without the Death Note, things actually improve for the characters. They seem happier. They seem more positive. Light is obviously a better person without it. And I just think it was done so well because that's something that could feel so incredibly jarring. Going from a scene like that with the dad in the car and then going to Misa acting like a Looney Tunes character. It's something that can be so jarring and taking you out of it, but it did work rather well. And it's all thanks to the memories. Them being erased allows them to do literally anything with these characters because they are basically new people. What we're seeing is Misa from before the Death Note. Even if she doesn't quite fit the overall theme of this, the realism that this is kind of going for, it still works and she adds like something else. It adds another quality to her. No one else is acting and moving the way she does, but it's to emphasize just her light and her levity and just what she brings to the show without the Death Note dragging her down. And then we have the running plot of whatever Rem is doing, and it seems like the Death Note has been like, oh dear, what's happened? I almost want to say what I think has happened, but I know it's going to end up being proven wrong. It seems like Light has instructed Rem to give the book to a business CEO from the Yatsubi group. I'm probably saying it wrong. I'm going to hear it again and I'll try and remember it then. But he's given it to a group of business people and they're using it to take out their enemies, and one of them is saying now they're Kira. But what have they told to this person, this third person? What has Rem told to this person to get them to do it? And what do they know of the original Kira? Because they know that they weren't the original Kira. So what's actually happening? And how does Light aim to sort this out in the end? What was the plan? Rem seems to know the plan and they're following it, but it's so confusing and it's just so awesome. I cannot wait to see what actually happens with that. A CEO now has the book. They're not doing it for some righteous mission, they're doing it for profit. This is an interesting approach and I cannot wait to see how that does unravel. As for what's next, I am just excited. I can't even guess what's coming next. We know they're going to a new building where they've got a headquarters or something. That'll be cool. It looks fancy. Misa gets her own floor. We have Light and L being chained together. That's going to be funny to watch and just interesting to see how their dynamic will evolve now that Light has absolutely no memory of what he did. But really, there's not a lot you can say about predicting what's next. It's so difficult to do. The only thing you can kind of follow with the biggest thing is just what's going on with the Death Note itself. That's what the focus is. You can't, and that's something that this show absolutely triumphs with. You cannot predict what any of the characters are going to do next. You can only predict what the Death Note will do next. Right now, the Death Note, while not having like its own physical will or whatever, is being used by CEOs. You can kind of predict where that's going. They're not going to try, whatever plan Light has to get it back is going to evolve around these CEOs or whatever they're doing. It's greed. You can see that. Actually, it's becoming more clear. Each person who gets the Death Note is guided by some certain emotion. Light was righteous, it was almost depression he was guided. His is kind of more difficult to pin down. Misa's was love. The CEOs is going to be greed. That's what they're motivated by. Light was almost motivated by righteous condemnation, which I'm not sure is right, because if he was righteous condemnation, wouldn't he almost be correct in what he's doing? But he's not. I'm going to have to think about what his whole approach is and what sort of singular emotion he's using to motivate himself with the Death Note. Delusion, I'm not really sure. But you can kind of predict where that's going then. So it's going to be difficult no matter what to get the Death Note back from these guys. But of course, that's only one of them. That was probably Misa's, because Rem is with it. We haven't seen Ryuk. We don't know where he is. So that's going to be interesting to see where that guy went and what on earth is happening with Light's Death Note. But yeah, overall, this episode was absolutely outstanding. The first scene is just, it blew me away. And of course, the logic behind it is absolutely sound, but of course, L still is nowhere near closer to finding out who Kira is and getting a confession out of either Misa or Light. And then the second half, it just adds another sort of element of whimsy, which is just quite refreshing. After everything, it's a nice break. It's something to break up how intense this show is getting. I can't wait to see what is coming next. This show, it just constantly gives a bunch of cliffhangers and it's always on the edge of your seat. Everything new is big and adds on to the thing before it. The way they explore people using the Death Note is just brilliantly done. It feels like they're just going to keep adding more people that use it. Light with his righteous condemnation, Misa through love, CEOs through greed. Maybe the next one will be hatred, envy. There's a bunch of things that can go down, and I kind of hope they explore all of it. Then again, how on earth will Light end up getting the Death Note back? Because that's got to happen, unless it does become something poetic where he ends up defeating Kira and actually stops the killing once and for all. Which would also be really interesting. I don't know. My head is scrambled. There's literally, this show has infinite possibilities it can go down, and it's so much fun just to watch it progress. But yeah, with that said, that does bring me to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought about this episode in the comments, and with that, I will see you in the next one for episode 18. See ya!